Hi, in that video, we will speak about the net present value in a simple way so you can understand it and practice it in your real work life, where you can take an investment decision or to select a certain continuous improvement projects among different proposals presented to your organization. As all of us know that prices changes over the time. The value of the money changes over the time. So the worth of $100 today might not have the same value after 2 or 3 years. And that's due to different reasons, such as the changes that occur in the economic situations or the changes of the prices of the living goods due to the inflations, as an example. So that's why we need to consider the time value of the money and how to evaluate the capital investment. Taking long time to execute certain projects and getting benefits after a long time might have a negative impact on the value of the money. And that's why it's important that we consider the present value, which tell us how much a future sum of the money is worth today. In fact, it's an important financial concept based on the principle that the money received in the future is not worth as much as an equal sum received today. So the formula to calculate the present value of a future value can be shown as per the following equation. So the present value equal the future value divided by 1 plus the R, which is the bank interest rate, or it is the rate of inflation, the average rate of the increase of the prices, to the power of n, where n is the number of years or the number of periods. It could be years, it could be months, but to make it more simple, we usually do it in years. So let's take an example. In that example, we will see two different machines as an investment project. Those machines, each machine is sold. The first machine is sold for $75,000, and it will generate an annual net income as per the shown table. So in the first year, you will get an income cash flow of $10,000. In the second year, you will get an income of $12,500. In the third year, you will get an income of $13,500. In the fourth year, you will get an income of $13,900. And the last year, the fifth year, you will get $12,400. Consider that that machine will be sold for $35,000 at the end of the 5 years. And considering that the annual bank interest, or it is also known to be the average increase of the inflation, the increase of the money, the interest money percentage, is 8%, we need to calculate the NPV, which is known to be the net present value. So the value of the machine is representing the value of the cash flow. So you spent $75,000 to buy a new machine. So from that time, you have a negative cash flow of $75,000. In the first year, you got $10,000 with an 8% interest rate, which has a present value of $9,259.26. How did we calculate that? So I have the future value for the first year is $10,000. So divided by 1 plus 0.08, which is the 8%, the interest rate is 8%, to the power of 1, because this is the first year. So if I do that calculation, we will see that the result of the present value for the first year is $9,259.26. In the second year, I will get $12,500, which has a present value of $10,716.74. How did I calculate that? I will divide the 12,500 by 1 plus the interest rate to the power of 2. And why 2? Because the number of years is 2 years. I will repeat that for the same, the rest of the income positive cash flow, and consider every time to change the number of years as the n is changing from 1 to 5. Then after that, I will get the sum of all the present value, which will be equal to $73,169.29. If I subtract that number from the present value of the machine, which was 75,000, I will see that I have a negative $1,830.71, which is representing the net present value, which is after that I got the sum of all the present value. This is the present value of the future, the total cash flow that I got. Considering that in the 5th year, I got a $35,000 from selling the machine, which has a present value of $23,820. So by subtracting the 73,169 from the 75, which was the initial investment that I paid, I got a negative $1,830. So the 73 is the real value of the machine after 5 years, compared with the cost, the investment that I have done was $75,000. So as a general rule, if the net present value is less than a 0, then indeed it's not a good investment. Let's see the second example. It's another machine which costed the same price, $75,000, and will generate an annual net income as per the shown table. In the 1st year, you will get $9,000. In the 2nd year, you will get $12,300. In the 3rd year, you will get $13,400. In the 4th year, you will get $14,500, and in the 5th, the last year, you will get $17,000. So again, in the first time that you spent the money, $75,000 went out from your pocket, right? The interest rate is 8%. So the present value at the time that you buy, you spend your money is minus $75,000. In the 1st year, you got $9,000. And the present value of that 9,000 is 8,333. And the 2nd year, you have you got $12,300, which has a present value of $10,545.27. And as we have explained, we calculate all the sum of the present value for all the future cash flow. So based on, and again, I will consider that I will sell the machine at the end of the project after 5 years with $35,000, which has a present value of $23,000. The total sum of the present value for the 5 years future cash flow is equal to $75,564.21. So what does it mean? It means that the value of that machine after 5 years is equal to $75,564, compared with the cost, the present value that I paid, the initial cash flow that I spent is 75,000. So I have a positive $564.21, which means that the net present value is positive, is higher than the 0. That's why we consider that it is a good investment. So based on those simple calculation, we can compare between different scenarios where we can see that we have a good or bad investment. Thank you for your good listening. Have a nice day.